All right. Anyway, Paul, first question.
Yes.
You listening?
Yep.
Okay. Very first question. This always seems to come up on every video that I watch that involves a traffic stop. Eating olives. That's the way to go. If a police officer asks you to step out of the car, do you have to do it?
No.
Why do you say no?
Because they haven't really given you the proper explanation of why they pulled you over in the first place, so they don't need to come out of the car until that. At least that, or some kind of warrant, some kind of like I don't know. That's what I assume.
That's okay. That's why
I
we're
don't
gonna
know.
have this
I
discussion
have no
because
freaking clue.
it happens a lot. There's a
Oh yeah.
lot of times I'll be watching a video and I'll see someone and the police will say, "Please step out of the car," and the person will say no, and then there's an argument and the person says, "I don't have to step out of the car." Blah blah
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Yeah, huge
Okay,
escalation.
the answer is yes. You have to step out of the car.
For real?
If they give you an order on a traffic stop to step out of the car, you have to step out of the car. And that came down from a Supreme Court ruling.
Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Yes, Pennsylvania versus Mims. Okay. All it is an officer safety thing. It's just to make sure. It's just to keep everybody safe on the traffic stop because the cop doesn't know what you're doing inside that car.
Yeah, but they're freaking inside like my car the whole time. I mean, okay, so the last time I got pulled over was literally like 2009.
Okay.
8, 9, yeah. Speeding ticket.
Okay.
The dude was like in my car, like in the window, like looking, like obviously, like how they look at the lap or whatever you call it. I mean, he was looking, which was fine. I mean, he didn't tell me to get out of the car, but I mean, for me, I don't like conflict anyway, so I would get out of the car. I guess I don't, whatever. But I know a lot of people. Let's say, I know a lot of people who are of the darker kind.
Mm-hmm.
Have had issues, and I've confronted a lot of my friends like with this. So they've had issues where they've had different stuff happen to them. But for me, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yep. I understand what you're saying. Basically, you're saying like they've had problems with the cops being a certain way.
Okay, yeah. So let me ask you this: you got pulled over for what?
Me speeding. We're just speeding.
Okay.
No reckless driving.
What time of day?
What time of day was that? 6-ish. I was getting off of work, rushing.
Okay. Do you feel like you were pulled over because you actually were speeding? Because you'll know if you were, or because of the color of your skin. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're darker than us. So do you feel like is that, or do you feel like you actually were speeding?
The thing is with me though, I am very aware of my surroundings.
Okay.
I knew I was speeding.
Okay.
But also, so for me, like if the dude says get out of the car, I'll get out of the car. But I know a lot of people who, because my dad is old school, so he taught me on old school ways of how to drive and whatever. So he'd be cognitive of like your surroundings and whatnot. But I know there's a lot of people who are not, who don't even know, like they freaking run out of gas in the middle of the road. Like, how do you run out of gas? Okay. Me, quarter tank. All right, cool. Let's start looking for a gas station. Not like, oh, it's below the last line. Let's start looking for a gas station. No, I guess it's really depending on how you're trained, how you are raised. How you are raised. But you know what I mean, though.
Let's go back to what the reason why you got stopped, and that's what everybody's uproar is they think it's because of the color of your skin.
Right.
So if you knew what you were doing, you knew you were speeding, and you got pulled over. That's all I was asking.
No, true. Okay, true. Yeah, I knew I was speeding. Like I said, I pay attention to my surroundings. Right. People, even some of my friends are like, "Oh, wow, you pay attention." I'm like, "Yeah," but I can't hear worth a shit. But I know there's a lot of people who go 100 miles an hour and don't even think twice. Like, no, I thought I was going 70 miles an hour. What? No, dude, you're going 100. Like, oh wow, I didn't realize that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they they're not paying attention, but they're the ones who get into the scuffle with the police officers, and you're just like, dude, you're in the wrong. Stop arguing. They're like, really? Yeah, stop. Like, yes, and you're of the, your color is darker, but you need to stop. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of friends who have gotten pulled over because they just don't even realize that they're speeding. But like some of them, I was in a car and they got pulled over, and he thought that they're pulling him over because, one, he was dark, two, he didn't have a seatbelt on. That's another reason why. But he was mainly speeding. And I'm like, dude, you were speeding. He's like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, yo, you were freaking speeding. I didn't say anything because whatever, we were having a conversation, but I knew you were speeding. So he's like, whatever.
And that's what thing is they immediately go to confrontation.
100%.
I didn't do nothing. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't think you did anything, take your speeding ticket. You have an opportunity to go to court and plead your case. So you have a court date. If you disagree with this, that's your opportunity.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the whole system is you just comply with what the officer says on the scene and you fight your battle in court. You don't fight your battle on the side of the road.
I figured that as much because I know, like, being in the military, once you're on scene or once you're in a little scuffle, you have a different type of alertness. Your what do you call it? What's it called? I can't think right now. I don't say cognitive skills. Your awareness. You're more. Yeah. Your awareness is like skyrocketing because, one, you don't know who this guy is. You don't know what's in the car. You don't know who's in the back seat. You don't know who's in the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
100%. You want to roll it, and we'll kind of stop and maybe stop it at one point in time and talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this video. Let's see. We'll bring it back up here. So this was the recent video of the gentleman that got pulled over in Florida.
This guy was in Florida? Stop it.
It's in Jacksonville.
Stop it.
Yeah, Florida 24 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I don't like this.
All right, stop right there.
Pop the door open like
Immediately, dude, right there, I would have been like, dude, shut your door, get back in the car, roll your window down.
Yep.
To me, I don't know what he's doing. Why is the door popping open? That's not normal behavior.
It's because he got tint. He got tint on his window.
It's not only that. I believe he says later in this video, because I've seen it before, is his window doesn't work. Which, I mean, the thing is, and that's fine, but at the same time, immediately you're, as a police officer walking up to that car, I've done it a million times.
Yep.
Walking up to that car and that door swings open, that reads immediate danger.
100%.
Like, I'm going to get shot.
Yep.
What is happening?
Like, my thing is, though, like, how come people don't? Are people not thinking? I don't care what color. I honestly don't care what color you are. Right. At the end of the day, white, brown, black, pink, purple, whatever. You swing that friggin' door open. If I was a police officer,
the immediate approach that's already got me red flags going. Go ahead.
I get that.
Yep. Also, let's see. When does he open the door? See, the issue is that the door opened right there. If the door had opened maybe like when I was still back at my car, I would still be a little bit freaked out, but I'd know I'd have somewhere to go.
Because you're like super close right there, so it's like in super range.
You can talk from there. I can yell at you, say, "Hey, close your door," and then that would give you the opportunity to say, "Hey, my window doesn't roll down," and then I'd say, "Okay, roll the back window down."
Right. Or okay, let's
stick your hands out.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. Leave your door open. Put your feet back in the car. Put your hands on the steering wheel, and then let me approach.
I would tell you if this was me on this traffic stop and I walked up and the guy had said, "Hey, my window doesn't roll down," I'd say, "That's fine. Why don't you just step out to the back of the car?" That's how I would do it.
Yeah, that's
but
an option.
that's how That's just my opinion. All right, let's keep watching.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you know.
Okay, so I wanted to stop it there because, like I said, I've seen this video before.
Okay.
He said inclement weather. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it's raining, snow, like
So,
something
I
that's
believe
hazardous.
In the state of Florida, you have to turn your headlights on when it's raining.
Correct.
Okay. Now, if we look at the car, I see raindrops on the car, but I do have some issues with this.
It's not enough. It's not enough to turn them on. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the ground. The ground's not wet.
It's not that crazy.
I get it, but I'm going to preference this right up front, and I'm going to tell you something honestly, okay? Now, profiling, okay? Criminal profiling.
Yeah.
The realistic thing is that it happens. It definitely happens. As a
Yeah,
police officer, you
it
deal with
does.
the same people all the time.
Yeah. I
And
get
you
it.
recognize people and you recognize vehicles, and you're gonna be a little more vigilant on looking for reasons to stop those vehicles. That's just the honest truth.
That's the way
Yeah,
it
I
is.
get it.
I mean, if you're a known criminal, if you're a known person to drive with a suspended license, you're a known person that doesn't register your car, or someone's found drugs in your car multiple times, or whatever it might be. It happens.
There's a huge profile. There's a huge profile here in Florida anyway, so it's common here in Florida.
That's just part of. I mean, that's part of police work. That's it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it works.
It sucks for people. It sucks for people who don't know this, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Because like you drive this certain car, or certain like you don't have, or you have expired license.
Mhm.
Hello.
The realistic thing is, just knowing what we know right now without knowing anything further, if we assume he doesn't know who the guy is, we assume all those things, I would not have stopped this car. I wouldn't have made this stop.
Right. I honestly think that, okay, with what little rain is there, there's what I call petty stops. You know,
Yep.
It's okay. Is it really worth stopping somebody for because they don't have their headlights on? To me, that tells me this is somebody that doesn't have much to do.
What he said, inclement weather. Was it inclement weather the first thing to do? He said.
That's
Yes.
the first. That's the first thing he said.
And then he said no seatbelt.
Yeah. How are you supposed to see the seatbelt when it's tinted windows like that?
And
Exactly. And to us, that's a secondary offense. So his primary offense was not
No
turning his
headlights on?
headlights
I don't know if is it legal to pull someone over for not wearing a seatbelt in Florida?
Yes.
It
You
is.
can't-
It's a primary
you-
offense.
It's not a primary offense, but you can pull somebody over without wearing a seatbelt. But how are you supposed to tell if you're not wearing a seatbelt or not?
Exactly. With those windows, I
With
would
those
never
windows,
do
you can't. I mean, from the front view, if you're really, really staring, but you have to have a reason to really, really stare at the car unless you're really bored. I don't know. In my opinion, if you're that bored and you're at just sitting around and you're like having your binoculars on, if you guys have binoculars in the car and you can see he's not wearing a seatbelt, sure. But again, like you said, it's a petty stop.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell. I mean, you can get pretty good at it, seeing whether or not
petty
somebody has a seatbelt on
It's
when
like-
you're passing them or something like that. And we don't. The other problem with this is we're not seeing before the stop. We're not seeing the cop actually find
True.
the vehicle and what's happening before this. So there's a lot of things to question. Based on the information that I have right now, I wouldn't have made this stop, but that doesn't mean that the cop's wrong. So let's go further.
Wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor.
I know we didn't make it very far, but right there, I mean, if you're stopped by the police, doesn't matter whether or not you believe it's a legal stop or not, you're required to give them your information. Period. End of story. Fight it in court.
And immediately confrontational like that is like super red flag.
Yep.
Why did you pull me over?
77, 35. I'm cooperative dog driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No,
Step out of the
pull me
vehicle.
over.
So,
So there's a
I'm
lot
sorry.
of things.
I mean,
There's a
you
reason
know,
why he's escalating in the police officer. He's getting him all heated up. He's being confrontational. He closed the door on him.
in a car with tinted windows.
The car tinted windows, you can't see in or out, or don't even know what's behind the car and in the back seat.
So there's a lot of things going on in this video. There's a lot of different directions it can take. There's a lot of different opinions that
Yeah.
can be had.
And being an officer, I mean, you're in like I said before, you're in a heated environment right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the police officer is probably super intense.
well, and the media
Not
effect,
intense, but
social
whatever you call
media has built up this.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my God! Yeah, let me see
I
your
love social media.
supervisor thing.
I love social media.
It's,
I love social media.
You're not getting a call to my supervisor. There's no need for it.
It's like,
Not
oh, let me
for
speak to you. Let me speak to your boss, huh? Why?
Yeah.
My boss trusts
The-
me to do what to do my job. The fuck?
The Karen driver. Let me talk
This
to your
is
manager.
this is literally like every freaking stop that I watch now. Every single person says, "I want to talk to your supervisor." Like, what? How realistic is that? What do you
It's like
think?
you
A
live-
sergeant
it's like-
just can go to every traffic stop?
It's like, let me talk to your boss. My
Well,
boss
and then
isn't coming out.
what do they think that the ultimate goal is there? What that the supervisor is going to show up and go, "Oh, my officer's wrong. You're free to go."
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
No.
So even in the military, right? You talk to our supervisor, like, oh, let me speak to your supervisor. Well, your supervisor, if he doesn't know you, he's gonna what do you call it? Back up his own guys.
Yep.
So there's no point, in my opinion, there's no point in calling your supervisor. Like, oh yeah, well, he pulled you over for a reason for inclement weather and what do we call it? No seatbelt. So we can actually pull you over for that in the state of Florida. Yeah, you can.
Yep. It's the same. It's the same in police work. No
what I'm
sergeant's
saying?
going to show up on scene unless you did something egregious.
Yeah,
No
something really
supervisor's
stupid.
going to show up on scene and be like, "The officer's wrong. You're free to go." That's never going to happen.
Like, no.
It would have to be something insane.
Freaking yeah, something insane. Something insane.
All right, let's see where this goes.
25 seconds. For 9-4, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. Yep.
Unit 25 units, maybe be at West Palm and Commonwealth.
25 seconds. If anybody responding, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please.
Commonwealth area.
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Yep, my camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be.
Now, I don't agree with. I mean, it's not that I don't agree whether or not he's going to arrest him for resisting. That's fine. But I would not have brought that up at that point.
Right.
I would have tried to calm the situation down first and get him out of the car. Be like, "Sir, you can
There's
argue
a lot-
this in court. You can do whatever you want, but I need you to step out of the." I would focus on getting him out of the car rather than letting him know, "Oh, now you're under arrest." Like you're immediately elevating everything.
Right.
So I don't
You
know
can tell
how
him that
much,
when he's out.
how
Exactly.
much, like you guys were. I'm assuming, Mike, you're a police officer in Colorado, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Chad, where were you a police officer at?
Colorado as well.
Colorado as well. Like, I wonder if it's a certain situations, like say Florida's pretty crazy. So we have child trafficking here, huge children trafficking here. We have a lot of drug runs here. We have a lot of like just crazy people here, right? The Florida man, obviously. Like, you really can't be too soft on these people down here.
No.
I mean,
I'm
is
not-
it just
I'm
is
not-
it?
I'm not
like,
saying
how
to
is-
be soft. That's not what I'm saying.
No, not soft, but like, like de-escalate the situation. Like here in
Mhm.
Florida, like if you don't escalate it, you're not going to get anywhere.
Well, there's a time to escalate and there's a time to try and de-escalate. Right now is not a time to escalate. There's no
Right.
fight going on. There's nothing. He's inside the car. You're outside the car. You want him outside the car.
And another thing is you're by yourself still.
Yep.
I don't see anybody else with him. So
That's true,
right
too.
now, if this guy decides to hit the gas and take off, right now you have him contained.
Yep.
Why beef him up to where he throws it and drive and takes off?
You,
So-
if you telling him immediately that you're under arrest is just going to, number one, it could make him flee. He could just put the car and drive away right now.
That's
Number
true.
two, it's just going to if he wasn't going to fight before and now he thinks he's under arrest, now he might want to fight, right? So the whole point is just stay calm. You know, there's no reason to get all wound up right now to tell the guy, "Hey, you're under arrest for resisting immediately." What good did that do? Did it get the guy out of the car? Did it do? I guarantee you, if that person shuts the door like that, just because you say now you're under arrest isn't going to make them get out of the car. It's just going to cause them to stay in the car longer because they don't want to go to jail.
Right. And a lot of times that comes with experience. I don't know how long this guy has been there, but
Nope.
you know, de-escalation and using your verbal skills really does only evolve with time and experience.
I don't know if I don't think we ever hear like what kind of experience this guy has or anything like that. We have to do a little more research into it. But, you know, the whole idea here is I wouldn't have made the stop and now I wouldn't have reacted the way that he reacted. It's
So let's just say that he had a legitimate reason for one. Let's just say he had a legitimate reason. He was speeding.
mhm.
Like, how would it ever get to that point? Would it ever get to this point? I should say, would it ever get to this point if he was he ran a stop sign? Let's just say he ran a stop sign. Would it ever get to this point, like this kind of escalation?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It
Absolutely.
can.
It could be the same exact thing. We could pretend right now he ran a stop sign, but he reacts this exact same way. He says, "Oh, I didn't run that stop sign," and he closes the door.
Right. The reason for the stop is kind of irrelevant to the way he's acting.
Yeah, at this
True.
point it doesn't. At this point, it doesn't matter why he stopped him. Now we're looking at the way that the cop acts and the way that he acts, and what's right and what's wrong in the situation.
That's true. It's also in Commonwealth in Jacksonville too. If this is in Jacksonville, it's pretty bad up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's
yeah.
next.
All right, here we go.
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
Now, just to stop it just for 1 second, I can tell you right now, okay? That other cop car just pulled up, and the first thing that I noticed, I don't know if anybody else notices, is his headlights aren't on. What do you think? I mean, if I was a defense attorney and I was playing this in court, I'd say not even that other cop's headlights are on. So
Well,
immediately it'd be like, why is this guy pulled over?
Wait, was his wigwags on?
It
At the
looked
time?
like they might have been for a second, but even when your
Wigwags.
wigwags are on,
Hold on. You gotta explain wigwag.
okay,
Us common
wigwags
people
are
don't know.
your headlights flash.
Yeah, his headlights were
and-
flashing.
Do you see them flash like briefly? But watch as it pulls up.
You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
See?
Oh, I guess they weren't on.
Right
Nope, they weren't on at all.
there they go.
Right there.
So they went for a second, but once again,
He pulled up with no headlights on at all.
I know. And what if this goes in front of a jury? The jury's going to be like, "Well, why didn't that cop have his headlights on?"
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
see
it's
it.
a bad stop, but let's continue. Let's see what else happens.
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to.
No, he's under arrest.
Hey, I'll lock the car. I'm gonna push it up.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply.
Vehicle's locked in.
Yes.
He's locked it up. He's putting the window down.
Correct.
I tried to talk to
Huh? Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess,
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights.
Okay, that's still
and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law
Yeah,
up?
when you step out of the car, I will.
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Okay, we'll stop right there for a second. So,
All right.
a couple of things. Number one, the other police officer was talking to him. That was good. He was calm. He was saying, you still need to comply. And he listened to what the guy was saying, right?
I don't think we reached the point of breaking the window yet.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because did you see the demeanor of the guy talking to him? He's got his hand up on the top. They're just talking.
Like he was trying to de-escalate it, but wasn't he the one who
However,
said, "Go ahead"?
Yes, he was.
He
But
did.
check it out. I don't think, I'm not saying, but he's got his hand up. He's watching the guy. Obviously, he's not making any furtive movements to where he feels threatened. So you can still talk to this guy. We're only 4 minutes into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can still say, look, dude, this is what's going to happen. If you don't comply, we're going to break your window and pull you out. Because I've been there. We had all the constitutionalists. Remember that we're running all the fake plates and stuff like that. You get to that point, say, look, you've got 3 minutes, or whatever. And usually they don't even say a word. But this guy, he's actually speaking. He's conversating with the other guy. I don't see any furtive movements because he's not reacting in a way of show me your hands, show me your hands. And then all of a sudden he just says, okay, go for it. And then you hear the window break. So I think they could have given it a little bit more time. Now, in my younger years, I'd have been all about breaking that window. Because like I said about, with patience comes experience and stuff like that. You could have still talked to the guy, maybe calmed him down. I don't know. But I think they were quick to break the window.
Go ahead.
Question.
Go ahead.
Let me raise my hand here. Traffic stops aren't they normally like for the younger guys anyways?
No, they're for
Not
everyone.
necessarily. It
Because
depends on your motivation.
I feel like traffic stops are for like the guys who just joined.
No.
Like even like my nephew who joined, he was just rolling around doing traffic stops here and there, waiting for people to
A lot
pull
of the
over.
times you'll see a lot of younger cops do a lot more traffic stops.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
because they're ready to get into the action. They're looking for anything. Okay, I'm going on what?
So then,
well, hang on. I'm going on like 23 years.
money.
And I shut up. So you're looking at, yes, do I have the ability to make traffic stops? Is it the focus of my position right now? No, it's not. But you have guys assigned to traffic units, that are my age or whatever. They remain just as active as whatever, because that's their focus is traffic and traffic enforcement. enforcement.
When I
Guys have been on state patrol for 20, 30 years. They're still making traffic stops for speeding, headlights out. I mean, constantly, to where and I will say that motivation fades off at a certain time in your career, and you're like, dude, I don't even want to deal with that headlight. But the guy fresh out of the academy is like, bam, I'm on it. I'll take it. I'm turning around and go.
Not to mention, think about it like this, Paul, before you ask another question.
Yeah.
This job's like any other job, okay? When you start working it, you discover what you're good at and what you're bad at, okay? Or what you enjoy doing and what you don't enjoy doing. For instance, when I first started, I liked pulling cars over. I liked getting out there looking for stuff going on. And then as the years went by, I found that what I really enjoyed was looking for narcotics. That was what my main focus was.
It was quality. It was quality over quantity.
You get that a lot here.
I knew what kind of cars they were driving. I was watching them all the time, and I would watch for those specific cars, and I'd find a reason to pull them over. Whether or not that's right or wrong, I don't really care. I did my job. I was good at it. I found a lot of drugs. I made a lot of arrests. I found a whole lot of drugs, and that's what I enjoy doing. Some cops don't enjoy doing that. I worked with a guy, he really enjoyed doing DUIs. Like, that was his number, that he loved it. Every night he'd go out to the same spot and he'd pull cars over just looking for DUIs. That's great. I hated DUIs.
Mm-hmm.
I hated doing it. There's so much involved. The court, it's all such a big pain in the butt that I didn't enjoy. Now, if I was behind a car and I thought they were drunk, I'm going to pull them over. I'm going to do the DUI. I'm going to do what I need to do. It's still my
safety.
job.
Yeah.
But I didn't
I
wasn't actively out looking for it.
And what Chad is getting at, like you said, he found a niche.
Yep.
There's always there's a niche in what you like to do, and there's such a broad spectrum when you're a patrol officer. I found early on that dog work was my niche. Okay. So I was all about chasing the bad guy. I was all about, I want somebody to run. I want someone to hide. I want to go in where Chad is and need a drug dog. So that's what I was waiting for. And I would spend my off time, too much of my off time, I will admit, training, because I wanted to be the guy that produced. Where Chad was he's probably focused on, doing research of, hide spots where people hide narcotics, their demeanors, their actions when they're hauling dope, but they're trying to get away from it. I did a lot of body language stuff, classes, learning what the seat looks like, learning all of that stuff, all the right things to say, learning about, how to legally search vehicles, how to do all of that stuff. Right. So everybody's got a different niche. And I was doing research on how scent lies, in vegetation, on gravel, on pavement. How are dogs reacting to different odors when they're trying to find people? The pheromones that fall off of people. So it's like specialties. Your mechanics, or you're in the military, or your infantry, or your special forces. So everybody finds their niche and runs with it.
But now getting back to the original point on this, you got, what I was going to say about it is, you got one cop that's over there. If I was the main officer on this and I made the stop and I'm standing at the driver's side door and I see the other police officer over there and he's able to talk to the guy because the windows are down a little bit, I'm immediately going to be quiet and I'm going to let him take over talking to him. I'm not going to make any more threats. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to wait and see what comes of their conversation.
That. Yeah.
And that's what this guy should have done.
If he's building a rapport and he's talking to it and nothing is threatening, why immediately jump to break in a window?
But he's the one who said, go ahead.
He said, go ahead, because listen, when you're on a scene, the cop that made the stop is in charge.
Oh,
that's an end of story. There's no, There's no like second guessing the guy who's in charge unless it's something egregious. Once again,
Or,
So
your
was-
sergeant, or your sergeant rolls up.
or your sergeant.
Okay, I was about
That's
to ask
different.
that. So what happens if your sergeant rolls up? So he's
It's a
okay.
different
Okay.
story.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
gonna ask your if
But
the
he's not gonna
sergeant
be in
had rolled
charge.
up, that window wouldn't have been broken right away because the person who made the stop would have talked to the sergeant first and said, "Hey, here's what we got. What do you think?"
Which there's some videos of that too, where sergeant has rolled up to a
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
kind of traffic stop and be like, "Hey, this is what happened. This is the sit rep, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so on and so forth." And you know, it's a different type of vibe. I guess you can call it vibe. We'll keep it Gen Z. Different type of vibe when the sergeant rolls up.
Yeah.
But these
Yep.
guys, like, I don't know, man. Like I think like Jacksonville though is different compared to everywhere else. Like it's different compared to Orlando. Different compared
Okay.
to where I'm
No,
at.
and that's fair.
Different compared to where it's different than Colorado, because
Right.
Jacksonville has a port access. Jacksonville has a huge community of that scene.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, right? Every location, are you guys trained for each location? Because not every location is the same, obviously. So are you guys trained for different locations? Like let's say that you moved to Florida, right? You moved to Miami for shits and giggles, or I don't know why, but you moved to Miami. You would get trained on Miami, correct?
Right. And it
So
could
I'm
be
mo-
it could be vastly different because I'll tell you, I did canine training in Denver Metro,
Uh-huh.
and I'm coming from a more rural area down in
Correct.
Southwest Colorado. So doing my training there and seeing how they handle stuff, I mean, almost and I granted, you're looking at this going, dude, this is Jacksonville, and I'm looking at it as, holy shit, this is Denver. They do shit a hell of a lot different than we do.
100%.
Okay, so
there's
that's
a
what I'm
difference.
saying. Yes, you're very valid in saying that. Okay, dude, this is Jacksonville, dude. I don't see what the problem is. Where I was looking up in Denver, going, holy shit, they handle business like right now. They don't wait. They just do it. And that's so you're very valid point about it.
But I do agree on you.
areas.
I do agree with the traffic stop. Why the fuck are you pulling someone over for not having their headlights on? No one ever does that.
Right.
No, I won't say no one, but
and I will
like
say
no
that, yeah, if I was in Denver, this wouldn't be something that they worried about.
like it's
you know,
crazy. Well, even
Denver,
like you said,
Denver Metro has got bigger problems than some guy with his headlight out.
exactly. So this, like, for instance, like for one, yeah, like you said, like you guys agreed on inclement weather. There's no inclement weather at all. Even both of them kind of agreed that inclement weather wasn't. Well, I should say the guy was like, no, it's not even raining. For one,
Yeah. So once again, going back on that fact, the thing is, the number one thing that I think people should take away from this is, even if you don't agree with why you were pulled over, you still comply with the police. If they tell you to get out of the car, you get out of the car. You do the things that you're supposed to do. Everything's recorded all the time. Okay? You fight this in court. You don't say, I'm not going to get out of the car, because these are the things that happen. It just turns it into a more dangerous situation for everyone.
which I agree 100%, because why escalate something when it's just simple as get out of the car?
Yep.
I mean, but then again, that's where it comes with a situation where it's Jacksonville.
Yeah, no,
Jacksonville's got a lot of stuff going on in Jacksonville
understand
where
that. I'm
once
not
you come
saying-
out of the car, you're getting put down on the ground like 100%.
All we can do is go on the information that we have, that we see in the video. So we don't have
True.
we don't have
100%.
any further evidence of anything else happening. We don't know who this guy is. We don't know if the cop and this guy have some kind of relationship. If the cop knows there's something else going on with this guy, we don't know anything. Alls I have is what's on the video. Based on what I see on the video, I don't agree with some of his actions. I'm not saying that he's wrong, because I don't know if he's wrong. I'm saying if I were in this situation, I would have handled it differently.
Right. What's next?
All right.
All right.
I'm going to back up just a bit, because he breaks a window, all that crap. So we should see that again.
Can you call your supervisor? Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle!
Okay. Just to
So
stop
what-
right there.
Why the punch?
Yeah.
Slap, whatever you want to call it. But
I
like
don't know what
assault.
that was for. Mike, I don't know what
I
you
didn't
think
see
about that. All right.
He
Let
pretty
me
much slapped.
play,
he
play
pretty
that
much
again.
He pretty much slapped the guy. He busted the window and then slapped the guy.
Yeah, just watch
like,
for a second.
Step out of the car, I
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor? Can you call your
will. All
supervisor?
right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me.
Did you see what he did?
I did not see it. I see him.
Watch here.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch that view.
Can you call your
All
supervisor?
right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle!
See where he slapped him?
Okay. Can that be just construed as what we've all been taught as a distractionary technique?
It,
I mean,
it
he
possibly could.
he
what
did
does that
not.
mean? What is the distraction
means-
technique?
That means take his focus off of, say, if he's hanging onto the steering wheel or whatever, we'll do a distractionary technique to kind of shock the system. You slap him in the face, and it kind of like, whoa. So that gives you an opportunity to react.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So let's say the guy. Let's take a different scenario. Okay.
What?
Think about this. All right. Let's say.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Go
I
ahead.
want you to think about a different situation. All right. Let's say it's been a little while. Let's say the guy's out of the car, okay, and you don't know if he has any weapons on him,
Okay.
and the guy's starting to tense up. It looks like he's gonna fight, right?
Okay.
And the more time you give him to think, the more time it gives him the opportunity to do something stupid, like grab a gun or do something like that. All right.
Okay.
So if the guy's tensing up, getting ready to fight, it looks like he's gonna fight, and you just slap his face, all right, to gain control of him. You snap him out of that. You snap him out of that thought process. Okay. If you ever notice this goes back to body language. All right.
You're right.
If you're talking to somebody, all right, and one of the things that I was taught, and one of the things I always look for, is when somebody's trying to think of a lie, or trying to come up with a plan to do something, they won't move their feet. So you'll be standing there talking to them, okay, and you'll notice that they never move their feet. Like normal people, when you're talking to them, they move around a little bit. Sometimes, if they go to turn and look at something, they'll turn with their feet. Have you ever noticed that? Think about like turning to look at something. Do you just
But that's because if they turn towards it, that means they're more intrigued in what you're trying to say. Now, if they don't turn it, that means they're either like shocked.
I'm saying totality of the circumstances. You're standing there for 10 minutes talking to somebody, okay? And they never move their feet. Their feet are firmly planted in one spot. And they never, like, they're just, their body movements are really odd. Their feet never move. Like, they never, like, lean back against the wall. They never, like, turn to look at something, or they're smoking a cigarette and they take a step forward.
I get you on
They're trying to
that.
think in that situation. That person is either trying to think of a way to lie to you, or they're trying to come up with a plan of what they're going to do next. To snap them out of that plan, okay, if you think there's going to be violence involved, if you push their face or you step towards them or you step on their foot, whatever it might be, some kind of distractionary technique to get their mind out of what they're thinking of and back into reality and back into the moment and back into the now.
I get you on that.
I'm not saying that I agree with him doing in this situation. Okay, I'm saying that is something that is trained to police officers.
Yep, and the reason why I said that is because immediately it's just a slap. It's not a doubled up fist where he's pounding.
He kind of like pushed his face.
It doesn't matter. He still put his hands on him pretty
right.
rough.
No,
Like-
because
like
we're
let's
past that. We're past that because we're going to hands up.
Let's say a typical civilian has never got slapped. I never got slapped by anybody
Mm-hmm.
that I know of.
So
Let's say you're at a traffic stop, right? You're trying to be calm. I guess he wasn't calm for one.
Mhm.
You're trying to be calm, ask for a supervisor, trying to be like, hey, why am I getting stopped several thousand times? Even though, yes, you were told why you were being stopped. You break the door, you break your window. It's a loud crash. You're shocked. All of a sudden, you get slapped in the freaking face. What the fuck?
Okay, but watch what he did immediately after he delivers that slap. He reaches in to unlock the door. Is that, we don't know. I'm just saying, is that his mentality? Is to give that distractionary
It's
strike?
his thought
so
to
he can
distract him to
so he
unlock
can,
the door. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm not saying I agree with what happened.
right.
I'm saying, is that listen, police officers are judged in milliseconds. Okay?
Yeah, I get it.
In
Right,
millisecond reactions.
I get it.
And we have talked about this thing for 46 minutes, and this is only 4 minutes into this stuff.
And that cop has that amount of time to think about, what am I going to do once I break that window?
But everyone, like, once you're in the moment, though, is different once you're in the moment.
Yes.
You know, like, you can
Absolutely.
100%. Once you're like, I say at a gun range, right? You can hit bullseye every single time at a gun range. But once you're in a heated situation, that freaking gun could be everywhere.
Exactly.
Anybody.
Exactly.
Yep, and that's why they train and train and train.
I know.
We have
That's
muscle
why
memory.
train. It's
Okay, but
crazy.
anyway,
Anyways,
we're taking a long time to get through a 6-minute video.
That's okay.
well, sheesh.
We're talking about a lot of important things.
Because I never it's like this like funny enough, like this is like interesting to me because I have a lot of I want to say this right now.
Go ahead.
I am considered at work racist Paul for a reason. Because I don't know if it's because I want to understand more about this, like the disconnect between years ago compared to now. Like why are you getting so upset that I call you a watermelon lover? Come on. Like, I love rice. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I love rice. You can call me a rice lover all you want and think that's offensive. Hell no. I fucking love rice.
I think
Because people get attention for being a victim. That's what it is.
Right, but at the same time, why? It's like, it's negative. Like, the whole
It's-
world thinks you're stupid. You go, like, let's say, like, okay, I'm not gonna go to government anytime of government shit. But let's say Palestine, right?
Mhm.
They don't give a shit about the hey-hays,
Mhm.
right? Shit. Where was I going with this thing?
I don't know, bro.
I don't either. But but like
Talk about
people-
hey-hays.
I know.
I think the thing is that comes down to like a personal relationship with somebody, whereas somebody may have the kind of personal relationship with them that you can joke in that way, and then there's people that you
Oh yeah, 100%.
don't have that
I have a really good friend right now. Like, he's not even in the force. He's not even like in our unit anymore. But like every time we talk, or if we ever talk, or we're around each other, yeah, 100%. Like, I can 100% do what I do for fun, but he will laugh. Like, hey man, when's the last time you swam? I don't swim. Oh no shit, because you're so and so, right?
No, dude, you are totally right because but you got to feel the room. You can
100%.
tell.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, depending on who's in the room. There's this female, right? There's this female next to us. Like, we don't say, "Hey, go make me a sandwich," because 100% we will get in trouble. I would never say that to her face. But
yeah,
right, because you're able to judge the room.
exactly.
I mean, there's a guy at work that I give. He's a Mexican. He's a deputy, and I give him so much shit because I know he finds it funny.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I walked in the other day and I go, hey, I'm not going to give his name, but I go, what are you doing in here? And he goes, well, what do you mean? There's a bunch of guys standing around doing reports and this, that. I said, because I told everybody to leave the landscaping tools outside. And dude, he laughed.
But like,
But
that kind
now-
of stuff, though, like, there's a lot of people who like.
Oh, they file a
use that.
complaint.
They want to use that to their
wanna use it,
advantage.
yep,
And I'm like,
they do.
why? You joke about this stuff all the time. You can say the N-word all the time, but I hold on. What? I can't say you like watermelon. The N word. A lot of the in that community, a lot of times the N word is is derogatory, and it is what it is. You know, they said it back in the day. Why are you saying it now? Because we can. Hold on. I love watermelon, so I can say you love watermelon too, because I love watermelon. Hello.
That's just personal relationship, man.
It's just
Nothing
crazy. I know it is. It is. I know. I understand.
But-
Okay, let's get back to task.
Yeah,
I know. Sorry.
Getting back to the slack.
Sorry, I
okay?
kind of went over a little overboard with that one.
Now,
All right, let's go.
we can make that argument. Was he trying to use a distraction moves? Was he trying to do something else? Once again,
I didn't know about distract. I didn't know about that.
I don't agree with what he did.
I
but
thought
I don't know
the
the
smashing.
behind it.
I thought the
Right.
smashing of the
We
glass.
can't. We're not in his head. We're not in his head. We don't
Thank
know.
freaking goodness.
I'm not judging him. I'm just saying it's not what I would have done.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you can really say.
Understandable.
Was he right or wrong? I don't know.
You
'Cause
wouldn't have.
I
You
wasn't
wouldn't
there,
have
and
done
I don't
that.
know the whole situation.
Correct. I get that.
All right, we'll watch just the rest.
Show me your hands.
Here.
Designation 33 at 16.1 hours.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right. Get over here. Don't fucking get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was on.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
What's going on, man?
I'll stop for just a second.
Okay.
I don't agree with that. I mean, yes, you're going to get him out. You're going to get him on the ground.
But you could always. But
there's
you
at least 4 of them. 1 of him.
Can you guys feel in the moment? Let me ask you
Go
this.
ahead.
Can you guys feel in the moment if he wasn't even resisting?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel it like in the moment? No, right?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, you can feel it in his body movements.
But
Right.
do you-
But if he,
How do you react to it though? Okay, these guys are pumped right now. They just broke a
100%.
window. Yeah, they broke a window. They're grabbing an arm. They're coming out. They're arm barring. I mean,
4 guys versus 1.
yeah,
They
eager
got the full
cops,
force.
and they held him down. Okay, I didn't see anybody beating on him. He was holding his head down,
Yep.
controlling his head.
The one thing
Yep.
you do see, hold on, just real quick.
Is him like
One
putting his head down
thing-
on the ground?
No, it's
Oh.
he's striking him in the leg. You can see it. Watch for.
Step out now. All right. Get over here. Don't fucking get on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Not that they were like, not that that's like beating his face in or anything, but he was punching him. What is that? Common peroneal? Is that what
Yep.
it's called?
Yeah,
He
and
was punching
I
him in
will
the leg.
fully say I've done that. I don't know how many hundreds
I've
of
done
times.
it. I've done it too. You're
You
punching
know.
that large muscle group on his leg. It's pain compliance, saying if he's thinking about the hurt
It-
on his leg, he's
Right.
not thinking about trying to fight. He's thinking
And
about I want that
was-
pain to stop, so I
Was
better
he?
put my hands
Was he?
behind my back.
Was he tensing up?
Mhm.
Was he trying to hold his hands close to him? You know, you give that knee strike, and I'll be the first to admit I've missed a heck of a lot of knees and hit ribs.
Okay.
You know, but
So, my perspective,
Mhm.
Okay.
you yanked me out the car.
Mhm.
I don't want my face on the fucking floor. So
Okay.
I'm going to.
Right.
I
fair.
personally, I will immediately tense up so my face will not be on that ground. My face.
Everyone's gonna tense up.
Which,
Fair.
but then like these guys are heated, so they're gonna freaking push your face on the ground no matter what, because they feel you tensing up. They feel you tensing up because you don't want to be. You don't want your face bloody on the ground for no freaking reason. For why? No.
There's
So why-
been I can count. I could probably count on 2 hands how many times, and I have done this a lot of times.
Yeah.
I have pulled a lot of people out of cars just like that. And I can count probably on one hand the number of times somebody's face has actually hit the ground. It
Really?
doesn't happen that often. No.
So you guys don't know me.
They usually hit shoulder, chest
Yeah.
first, but I'm gonna say firsthand that I've seen several heads bounce off the ground.
So have I. I'm not saying I
You know.
haven't seen it. I'm saying that generally when I put someone on the ground, I'm not bouncing their head on the ground. It's generally nobody's hurt, nobody's injured.
But that one guy had his
ground.
But that one guy was holding his face down. I don't know from the video. Hold on. From the video,
Your body does what your head does. Your body goes where your head goes. So if you're controlling the head,
Mm-hmm.
no, I understand
There's
that.
there's a big difference between slamming your head on the ground from you standing and you being on the ground and not putting your hands behind your back and me pushing on your face. I'm not pushing on your face so hard that you're like I'm grinding your head into the ground.
But you don't know that because like there's a lot of people, there's a lot of police officers who will shove your face in the ground even though your hands are behind your back. You can't do anything about it.
I'm not.
Like,
I'm not saying that didn't happen.
Let's say for instance me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I work out. I have
Mm-hmm.
my mobility is not where it is. Where it's supposed to be, right? So me putting my hands behind my back, my face is going straight to the floor. You know, I will probably resist just out of pain. Just because this fucking hurts, you know.
Then you're probably gonna get kneed in the leg, and then you're gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna put my hands behind my back. No matter if my face is on the ground or not.
My face would be on the ground. My hands would be behind my back, but I would still like tense up just because it hurts.
There's a difference between like just tensing up and actively resisting. So if you cross your hands under yourself and try to hold your hands so I can't get them out.
Oh, you're gonna get
beat. You're not.
I understand
that. You're gonna feel some pain.
I understand
but if you're complying and putting your hands back there, you're not gonna get. Nothing's gonna happen. You may still be tense.
But things like these guys are trained, not the police officers. These guys are trained to the point where the worst is going to happen to you because of the complexion. So I don't know. I just feel like,
but that's
what I just feel like one, there's a lot of people training people wrong for one. But
that's part of the reason that I wanted to start this is I want people to see it and I want people to understand that it's not all just because it doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter what you look like or none of that matters. What matters is how what matters is how you act personally.
How you react.
But majority of the people who act this way.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're trying to say. I see where you're getting at. But what I'm saying is that's why I want to make video. That's why I want to talk about these things. Not a lot of people are going to see this. However, if someone does see it and they just happen to come across it and they listen to the things that I'm saying this isn't because of the color of anybody's skin. This is how we react. It wouldn't matter if that would have been a white guy. He would have been dragged out of the car the same way. Nothing would have changed. It wouldn't.
I've done this to more white people than I ever have any.
Oh, absolutely.
Color.
But this is also in Colorado. I don't want to say
I get that.
Okay, so the demographics change. The actions stay the same.
I've done this. I can't tell you how many times. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter what color they were. I've done this exact same thing. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter who was there. It was the same action.
We are reacting to action. That's it.
It doesn't. You're thinking about it as, oh well, they're reacting because of the color of their skin. But I'm telling you that white people act just. I've had this exact same situation countless times.
I've seen Karens get pulled out of the car too, and
I've seen everybody get pulled out of the car. It has nothing to do with the color of their skin or anything. It has to do with their actions, their personal actions.
How do we change this?
Exactly, kind of like what we're doing right now.
You have conversations.
How do we change the mentality of people, no matter the color? How do we change the people's mentality to fucking comply just for the time being, for the 6, not even 6 minutes. Well, how long did it take it? 4 minutes before it escalated like ridiculous to a ridiculous amount.
I'll tell you right now, one of the biggest reason is identity politics.
Yep.
And mainstream media. You've got the.
We are never going to get away from that, though.
I know.
I understand, but that part has to change. And I
It
think
does.
it's changing because of independent media
can't.
showing.
It is somewhat.
It can't.
I believe it is, because you got, like, your major news networks. They're scream racism no matter what happens. They did it because he's brown. They did it because he's Asian, or they did it because he's
that mentality
black.
is changing.
It is. I think so.
Not with everybody. There's still a very large crowd of people that have the same mentality. But there are pieces that are breaking off and saying, that's not what's happening. You can go through and look at reaction videos to these kind of videos all the time and find a lot of people of color reacting to videos like this, having the same opinions that we're having right here.
Yeah, I've seen some of those, and they're like, I mean, I agree with a lot of them too.
Yep.
Do you ever watch Officer Tatum?
I watch what? No.
Officer Tatum. Check out a few of his videos. He's black, and he used to be a cop in Phoenix.
You want to pull one? Can you pull one of those up real quick?
Tucson.
Yeah.
And Tucson's a bad place too.
Yeah.
Tucson's a bad place too.
Yep. And it's the same thing. He talks about the same things. It's not everybody assumes, and I'm not saying that there aren't bad cops, because there
100%.
are bad cops.
Yes.
It is no
You
different
can't get
than
around
working
it.
at McDonald's, dude.
Exactly. Everyone's gonna have a bad
A
apple.
guy can screw up your fries the same way that a cop can do something wrong on
That
the street.
motherfucker screws up my fries. Done. At Chick-fil-A,
And you know what? And there's the same guy, a bad guy, that can screw up a leg surgery or a back surgery.
Exactly.
There's bad in every profession.
These are
It doesn't
just human
matter.
beings.
it's funny
But
because
we are in the front line. We are in the public eye. That's where.
oh yeah, 100%. Because everybody thinks bad of cops.
Yep.
It's just the stereotypical. No, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just the
It's the narrative that pushed that gains political points.
Everybody thinks cops are bad. It don't matter.
Yep.
You could be the best cop, follow every single rule of the man, but you'll still be the bad cop.
This got explained to me very good one time. Police work swings like a pendulum. At one point in time in years, it's really high. It's good. The morale is good. Things are good for police officers, and people think well of police officers. And then it swings back, and then now we're at a low point.
It's always going. It's always like I said.
And it's going to start swinging back up.
You
No,
know
it
it's
hasn't
gonna
been. I've been around long enough because I can see that. Because there's been times where both Chad and I have gone, dude, this is a fun job. We're having fun. And as the pendulum started swinging to the bottom, like right now, it's like, dude, everybody freaking hates this. This sucks, and we'll start swinging back up. Watch, give it time. It'll start swinging back up.
All right, we'll play the rest of this. I don't think there's much else.
What's wrong with you? What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was doing what? Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking. That's it, bro. I was doing, bro. What's going on, man? You're under arrest. That's what's going on. No. Yes, bro. Yes. That's a lawful reason, bro.
Honestly, I don't think we need to watch the rest. That's just going to be them arresting him.
Yeah.
So what was the outcome of this? I don't follow too much. I don't
think it's resolved yet.
I don't follow too much mainstream media.
It's public outcry because of the short snippets that were played.
100%. Like I don't follow social media anyways, just because of this nonsense. Because I don't follow government. I don't follow a lot of this, just because, like there's like you just said, there's so many snippets here and there that we don't see, that other people want us to see to cause some kind of bullshit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And when this originally started, and this is the first time I've ever watched the entire thing.
Yeah, I never seen it.
I'm almost giving a live react here because I've seen just the snippets, and I'm like, yeah, there's more to the story. Because the first thing that came out was only the breaking of the window and slap.
Breaking of the window, slapping the shit out of the guy, and he's just like stunned, and then that's it. And you're like, oh, why did he get slapped for?
Right, and here comes the activist lawyer Ben Crump.
But what you don't see is the dude all of a sudden he opened a door. Why open the door for? Don't open a door. If your window doesn't open, You can yell out the window. No, there's no window that's out there right now being made that is soundproof yet. Until then, different. I don't know, maybe a different story. But until that happens, no window, no car is soundproof from the inside. You can still hear the beats. You can still hear people talking. So communicate with the guy. Communicate with the police officer. Hey, my window doesn't work. All right. Hands up. I mean, hands on your steering wheel. Whatever. Let me see your hands. Open the door or open the door slowly. Sure. Don't automatically assume anything. I don't know. That's what I feel like. If I got new tint on my windows, I spent good money on my tent because I did spend good money on my tent. I'm not gonna lie. I did spend some good money. I'm not rolling that shit down. I'm like, hey, my windows. But so okay, let me for a dumb conversation. If my tent was newly tinted and I spent like say $5,000 on my tent, which is a crazy amount, which is I might like what the fuck. So I spent $1,200 on my tent. I'm not gonna lie. I spent $1,200 on my tent on my car. I'm not gonna ruin it before rolling my window down. Can I say, hey, I got my window newly tinted. I can't roll my window down.
You can.
But
And that would be a thing. You would open the door and you would say, "Hey, I can't roll my window down right now. How can we conduct this stop?" And you let the cop control it.
okay. So
That's
simple.
it.
So you're telling me simple communication.
Just communication, man. That's all it is.
Simple communication. Hey, I got new tint. I mean, obviously, if this video goes viral, people are gonna be like, "Hey, my tint is I got new tint on my windows." Nice background, by the way.
Cool background.
But like at the end of the day, though, like
Playing.
so you
Trying to get this bright light this over my forehead looks like
it's the lighting. So at the
I know,
end of
so
the day,
Mm-hmm.
calm communication,
Mm-hmm.
and just pretty much simple complying. They may not pull you.
That's it.
They may not pull you over. They just might pull you over because they want to pull you over. But just comply and call it a day. Hey, yes, it might take 20 minutes out of your day.
Yep.
But you're not
if
getting
it-
put on. But your face is not being put on the floor.
And if the cop comes in hot, you just gotta
Somehow
the
you have.
steering
I
wheel.
guess if the cop comes in hot, I guess you have to figure out a way to just kind of de-escalate it. Is that what I'm
No,
trying to hear?
the driver almost always dictates the cop's reaction.
generally.
I get that. I get that too. I see that as well because a lot of times when the driver gets escalated, the cop gets like, all right, shit. Let me put let me make sure my gun's right here just in case for some stupid. Because like here in Florida, stupid shit happens.
Yep.
It's a lot of stupid shit. I don't know Colorado
Everywhere
because
stupid shit happens.
that's true. I guess so. But I hear it more here in Florida because obviously my internet's
I'm
here
sure
in Florida.
it happens more there. There's more people.
There's a lot more. I don't know. Yeah, is there? But like California might be the same way, right?
Yeah, any major city that you work
That's
in,
true,
there's gonna be more people. There's more interactions. There's more crime. There's more everything. So, but it's all comparable. The way the cops react is just because of the way the community acts where they are.
So you are telling me that cops are being taught body language, right?
Yeah. Well, some of them are, not all. Depends on how good their training is.
So the police academy, are they taught body language? Is
Every
there
police academy is different, brother.
really?
Just
Okay,
like
so how many
every-
so police academies? I don't know. I know us for military wise, we have basic training all over the world,
Mhm.
right? We got San
That's
Antonio, we
federally-
got
that's federal.
okay.
Not, when you're talking about police officers, you're talking about state. Every state is different, unless
So
they
you say-
unless they use, like, for instance, I was post certified, so police officer standardized testing. There's multiple states that use that same standard of testing.
So
Here
every
in- Here in Pennsylvania, it's Act 120, I think is what it's called. It's something different. So that's a
every
certification
state-
you need to become a police officer in the state of Pennsylvania.
so every state has their own qualifications or
Laws,
certifications,
has
their
their
laws.
own everything. Yes.
Well, I understand.
Requirements. Same agencies are different. Out here, you know, Mike and I both work for a sheriff's office. Okay. In Colorado, a sheriff's office is much different than a sheriff's office in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, they don't even there is no patrol. All they do is they go out, they serve warrants, and they control the jails. That's it. That's all they do.
So I think this is where the disconnect is too, because not everyone. I had no freaking clue what you just said. That there was a separation between anything. I thought everyone went to one. I thought everyone went to one
so listen,
basic training.
And
if you know what I mean?
Yes, everybody goes to the same training if you're an actual police officer. However, places like here in Pennsylvania, you can work for the sheriff's office and not be a certified police officer. So you aren't going to do like the job that you do isn't the same as like a patrol officer.
Okay.
So you would do jobs like you go out and do basic stuff. You go out and like you know, serve warrants. Like somebody has an arrest warrant and it's a non-violent arrest warrant and you just got to go arrest them and take them to jail. But you aren't pulling cars over. You aren't making traffic stops. You aren't responding to active calls. You're only doing that one specific job.
So am I just uneducated because of this? Because I thought
everybody is.
Because you're a police officer, you could do everything.
No.
You can pull people over. You can go to, you know, with a warrant to someone's house and pull people and take them in jail.
Here's an example. Colorado State Patrol, okay?
Okay.
Colorado State Patrol does traffic. Okay, they respond to traffic accidents, they stop speeders, they do DUIs. Oh, there goes Mike.
Oh, where'd he go?
I don't know, he probably closed it by accident. They do like they deal with things that involve traffic, okay?
Okay.
They can still respond to, like, if they hear a call on the radio, they can respond to it. They can be backup. They can do whatever, but it's not going to be their call.
But it's not their primary. It's not their primary.
They aren't
call.
the primary. Yes, the primary would be whoever's jurisdiction it's in. Okay, but they can still respond. However, they only deal with traffic. Whereas the sheriff's office that I worked for did everything. We encompassed all of it.
Welcome back. I guess. So
oh, you have the wrong mic on.
So I'm wondering though if that's the reason why. Because I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know because I think a cop is a cop. They can do whatever they want to do. Not necessarily whatever they want to do, but pretty much whatever they want to do.
They can't.
They see guys speeding.
Nope.
They see guys speeding. They can pull them over. Mm-hmm. They hear a call on the radio. They can go to that call. Even a drug bust at a house. They can go do that. You know. So not all cops are. So it's pretty much. So you're telling me it's pretty much like a nurse. You're a nurse, but you have specific job titles that you are assigned to do. You're able to do it, but you're assigned to do this one job.
Yep.
Is that where I'm getting at?
Yeah. Well, you're on here twice, Mike. That's weird. Hold on one second. I'll answer your question. How was that happen?
Can I go to the bathroom real quick? I really gotta pee.
Is that gone now?
Yeah, try to mute your mic.
Just delete a Discord or shut down Discord.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if you can. You when you push your mic up, does it mute?
Yes.
Nope. Then mute.
Discord is all the way down.
It's not Discord. It's you're probably on your mic for your camera.
What the fuck? Sorry, man.
That's okay. I think you can go into edit mic settings. Oh no, you can't. I don't think you can change it from here. I think you got to reopen it and do the whole thing again.
Okay.
You know, I really hope this is very educational for some people who don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It might be.
Because
For
like
people- if people watch and are interested in learning this stuff, I mean, I'm interested in talking about it. If we can get people to talk about it, that'd be great.
Is this better?
Yeah, you fixed it, and I can edit. I'll edit all that
Sure.
stuff.
I'm trying to find a different background instead of
Your background's fine.
walking back and forth.
Your background's fine, Mike. Doesn't matter.
Fishing. This fits because I'm that kind
All
of
right.
tomorrow.
So in closing on that video, the only thing I'll say is I don't agree with the stop. I don't agree with a lot of the things the cop did, but I don't know the totality of the circumstances. I think it's all going to get overturned in court. I think that any decent defense attorney is going to be like that he shouldn't even have stopped him. That's
Hold on.
my
I'm in agreement. I think that this stop was petty. I think he was looking for something to do or a bigger picture. But in some things I agree with. I don't know what it would in his mind if that was a distractionary technique because we are taught that. So I don't know.
I don't either.
It'll come out in court, but I think it got blown up for way more than it was.
this happened in February, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and it was just brought because it was brought to light because activist people saw it. And they're like,
that's crazy. It's freaking June, August.
We can make this guy a victim.
Yep.
What the heck?
It takes a long time for that stuff to reach the news.
Which is crazy
and when
because
sometimes, sometimes.
Why does it?
No, I understand this, and that was part of it. Everybody was like, dude, this was like way back, and now all of a sudden, because somebody got a hold of it, and they thought they could make a big deal of it.
Yep.
But like, why? That's what I don't get, yo. Like, why are people trying to find stupid shit? It might not be stupid, but it could have been resolved pretty quickly. But people bringing it up, like Jacksonville cops in hot water around brutalizing driver 4 days ago.
Okay, and also think about this too.
This is Phoenix,
It's called the deep pocket theory. Okay,
Explain.
People are looking for a payday.
That's what I don't understand, yo. Like you're getting like maybe $100 extra. Go freaking sell on OnlyFans.
Dude, I mean, if you can sue somebody, that's why this big activist lawyer Ben Crump is involved because he's big time. He gets a lot of big settlements because he plays race. That's all he does is he plays race.
I tried suing somebody at one point, but the lawyer that I talked to, he's like, only thing you'll get is like maybe $200-$500 from the settlement. Granted, yes,
on what who and what you're suing for.
Exactly.
It was some kind of injury.
But what is big now, Paul? Seriously, what is big now? It's racism, right?
Oh yeah.
So
still.
you as an Asian guy, brown skin, you get pulled over, you mess up, you act like an asshole, you able to clip the video, and you get smacked in the face by a cop. Dude, you got money, you got gold in that hand, and you take it to an attorney. And you snip it and you show just a little bit of Paul getting smacked by a cop.
Put it out on the media.
Put it out on and
then there's pressure.
But first you have to claim he hit me because I was brown, or he hit me because I couldn't see out of my eyelids.
I know.
Whatever the reason might be.
Which is crazy to me because I'm like I said, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know how they have this whole, like, you know, once you burn your car, you try to claim the insurance claim for that. I wouldn't try to do it, but at the same time, I don't because that sounds like
now let me ask you this: How were you raised? Was your dad around? Did your dad teach you morals? Or your mom? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Okay, let me go a little personal here for me, right? I was adopted. I was in a dormitory for 8 years, the last 8 years of my high school years, middle school, high school years, right? So I saw my parents pretty much only on the weekends. But the time that I was spent with my parents, I listen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because my dad was an old school, right? So
you had
so
a
he-
mentor. You had someone that instilled something.
yeah.
In
So
you.
if my dad thought it was something like brutally wrong, he would brutally tell me it was wrong. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mhm.
Like he was an
I know
old
exactly
school
what you mean.
Kentucky guy, 19, I don't know what the heck, 40s. He was born in 1940s. So he
Okay.
had that old school mentality.
Mm.
So
Okay, so you had an adult, basically, or well, you had a father figure. You had someone to tell you what was right and wrong, whether it was in his. You may not think it was wrong, but there was. I mean, my dad was kind of the same way. He was like, "Dude, I'm gonna whoop your ass because of what you did." But
Yeah.
however, yeah, I mean,
I got my ass whooped.
Yeah,
oh my
I
gosh.
got my ass whooped a lot. I'm
It's so
telling you.
I got my
But
ass
you know
whooped
what?
for looking at my niece.
Okay.
He's like, did you look
Well,
at her
you-
the wrong? He's like, I'm spanking your butt today. I'm like, not really, but what? He's like, because you looked at your niece like the wrong way. I'm like, hold on, what? He's like, yeah, whoop it, whoop it. I'm like,
Your niece
alright.
or your cousin?
Niece. So okay, so like I said, like my parents were in their 30s, mid 30s, like pretty much my age right now when they adopted me. Right, I was 3 weeks old, and they had 2 daughters already, and my sisters are 20 years older than me, so they had kids, and they're like pretty much like a year older than I am. Sorry, a year younger than I am, 2 years younger than I am. So obviously, as you go through middle school or high school, you kind of develop,
Yeah.
and you're. So my dad was like, hey, did you look at your niece? Hold on. You looked at your niece like that? Like, hold on. Or what? No, I did not. Hold on. Like, she was in a bathing
That's
suit. I'm
messed
like,
up.
hold on. I'm like, what? Hold on. She's my niece. I don't look at family members like that. I wasn't like that anyways. But he spanked me, though, with a belt buckle, belts, and everything. I haven't spanked my kids at all. I slapped my kids once in the butt. But I haven't really spanked them like my dad did.
I didn't
but-
know you had kids.
Oh, yeah. I got 2 kids, 11 and turning 6 soon. Turning 6 this month, actually. So I got
thought
2
I thought you were a single guy.
separated actually. Separated now 2 years. 2 kids. Yeah, it's a little
It's a little dicey.
yeah.
All right. We're going to end
Anyways.
the recording.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually hold on before you start recording. I'm glad we went through this police force thing because one, I'm glad this was very educational for a lot of people, whoever is watching this, because people don't realize simple things could escalate the situation so fast, so quickly, to the point where it's just like, I'm on the fucking ground already. Hold on, what? For simple things like open a door. No one knows opening a door is like that could escalate something so quick. In my opinion, yes, it does. But for someone else who doesn't know, that can escalate some shit super quickly. So one, don't open a fucking door when you get pulled over.
Yeah.
Talk to
A lot
the
of
cop.
cops been killed just by a door flinging
Exactly. Talk to the police officer. Make sure your hands are visible. Just because, let's say they even have. Okay. Let's let me ask this other question. I know we're going over. If you do have a gun in the car, or this is another topic for another reason, another time.
You can say it real quick.
If we have a gun in the car,
Mhm.
how do we proceed on communicating this if your window is inoperable?
Same way. Don't touch the gun. Keep
Dude,
your hands
just-
in view and say, hey, just so
I
you
got
know,
a
I
gun.
got a gun in the car. Would you mind if I stepped out?
So communication.
Communication is
Communication.
everything.
Stay calm and
Communication.
communicate.
Everyone loves to communicate. Make sure, hey, I want to move my hands from the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock of the steering wheel. I don't give a shit what it is. Communication is key. Come on, don't.
Yeah, there's many times that people have said that to me. I have a gun in the car, but they've got their hands up on the steering wheel or even sat down on the dash, and I say, "Okay, where is the gun? It's on my hip."
I haven't gotten pulled over in years.
Ever, yeah. Do not reach for that gun. Or do you have a concealed carry? Which in Colorado, it's an extension of your home. So as long
In Florida,
as
we don't need it. In Florida, we don't need it.
So it's an extension of your home. You can have a gun in your car. I would tell her, do not reach for it. Thank you for telling me it's there, and we're going to have a conversation. Where is your registration, your insurance? It's in my glove box. Go ahead and grab it for me, and I will be right there watching everywhere that hand goes.
Mhm.
If I don't like the vibe of the guy sitting in there, would you mind stepping out for me? But I want you to keep your hands where I can see them. You know, I will never let the guy take the gun out.
No.
You know,
Obviously.
never ever. You know, but if I can get him to step out, I'm going to take this from you and I'm going to put it on the back of the car or whatever. But I usually don't get that vibe because guys that are that straightforward and will tell you, hey, I have a gun on the car. I'm up here. They can stay where they're sitting. Don't reach for it. Stay right there. Just keep your hands where I can see them. We'll conduct business and you're on your way.
So there's been a lot of instances in Florida lately where even they were talking normal, they were communicating normal. All of a sudden, the guy pulls a gun on them and fires shots on the police officer.
That's a conversation for a different.
I know,
Right?
but communication is
cover
key.
that next time.
Communication is key.
Compliance and communication.
Compliance and communication is key. Don't
That's it.
Fight it out in
escalate.
court.
Don't
Just
escalate
comply.
stupid situations. If it's stupid that you get pulled over, don't escalate it.
You have your day in court.
Comply. Go to court. You're not gonna get thrown on the ground if you talk the situation out and comply. Get out of the fucking car. Fuck. How hard is it?
It's not hard.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
At the end of the
everybody.
day,
Good night.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Peace.
watching. Later.